Yeah, you like that one too, eh, Marc? Yeah, I like it too. Hey, hi, I'm Marc from Motor Guys, and yeah, this is probably my favorite sled. This is the Riot 9000 from ATAC, and it's a new machine for this year. Same body as the old Riots, but this one has something awesome. It has the 998 triple cylinder turbocharged engine from the Thundercat. Yes, sirree, Bob. For older guys like me, but that still like to, you know, show some muscle in the trails and all this stuff. But their first thing they want, well, I'll talk about what I want. I'm more looking for comfort. I like the hot rod stuff. I like the fast stuff like the ZR that we reviewed previously. I love the Thundercat. The thing is, they're short. And in the trails, especially in the groomed trails of Quebec, I kind of like having a 146. I've driven a few very large snowmobiles with turbocharged engine. Like we have an Expedition Extreme Turbo RR. Love that thing to death in the trails because it's long. I don't need that high-end top speed all the time. I just want to be able sometimes just to rip it, have the front skis come off the ground a little bit. But I'm not going to ride a snowmobile like balls out all the time. Like most of you out there. Now, let's be reasonable. Thing is, I might want to have a passenger. And what the Riot does, it's a 146. Look at all this room. With a few modifications, you can actually have a passenger sitting out back on this thing. And the 146 is going to give you stability in these bumps and ruts, especially at the end of the day when you're driving, you're riding a motorcycle. I'm still in summer mode. When you're riding a snowmobile at the end of the day, and the groomed trails are like, feels like Baghdad. It's bombs all over the place. There's ruts. There's little muggles all over the place. On a short snowmobile, it's more shaky. On a longer base snowmobile, it's going to be a lot more stable. There's the trick, kids. But you still got that hot rod of an engine up there with about 200 horsepower of power. But at the same time, you get stability. Now, a few reviewers have been talking, because this is brand new. I haven't ridden it yet because we don't have snow on the ground yet. But a few reviewers that I trust, like the guys at Snow Tracks, they're talking about some understeer. Well, easy to fix. Get some snow trackers if you want them really aggressive, and understeer is going to be gone. Now, a little problem on this is the track is a Cobra 1.352 inch. Not exactly the type of track that you want for traction, because this will break traction like instantly. Because the coolest thing about that 998 turboed is there's practically no turbo lag on this thing. And most of the guys that are going to buy a Riot like this are going to keep it stock. So what do? Either put a ton of ice studs, and that'll be fine. So you got the ice studs in the back, you get some snow trackers in the front, or the brand new one, just something that's going to make the front end handle better, especially in the tighter stuff. This will handle tighter trails, but just the amount of little things that have been done to make the Riot my favorite Arctic Cat snowmobile is the seat. It's got a heated seat on it, and the position is, I like the ride position on it. And it's plush, but you're sitting much higher, let's say, than on the Thundercat. So I like it for better control. And It's the bars are not as wide and all this stuff. It's much nimbler to drive. Much nimbler, much nimbler to ride on a little bit tighter trails, and you get better side movement to be able to keep with the momentum of going on the trails. Like in Quebec trails, 70 clicks an hour is the limit. But you gotta stay by the rules. And I appreciate it's got a heated seats, heated grips and thumb, but heated seat, nice little thing. Again, in the handling department, they practically unbolted a lot of stuff off the Thundercat, put it on this because it's got the IQS suspension in the ATAC system, which is a semi-active suspension that you select yourself as soft, medium, or hard. Those, the IQS shocks are some of the best in the industry, and they've been tested enough for me to say that they are dead reliable. So you got that, and you got power steering, the EPS. So all the goodness of the Thundercat comes into this much nimbler frame and better riding, for me, I think is a much better riding position. And in the same ballpark price, because this is like 27, almost 28,000 bucks. So it's very expensive, but you get pretty much the meanest, baddest trail, really trail that can do a little bit of, I know Arctic Cat has classified it as a cross country. It's supposed to be, you can get off the beaten trail with it. I don't think so. This is a much more trail-oriented machine. Don't go bury this in 4 feet of powder. You better bring a shovel and a pull cord because it's not going to do it. A little bit, yes, no problem. Much better than the ZR or the Thundercat. But it's not enough to beaten trail sled. It's don't go there. I'm serious. A little bit, yeah, a feet or two, and with a little bit of if it's got a bit of support, yeah. But 3 feet of powder, 4 feet of powder, bring a shovel. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But all around, all the features are there. The nimbleness of the platform and the quick fixes from the Understeer. You get the snow trackers. You put some really nice ice studs in the back, and about 3 per row. You should be fine on that. 4 if you want to go to the extreme, but it starts to weigh down the track a lot, and you're going to get some wear. So you got to be careful when you're putting these studs out there in the back. But still, this is going to be my kind of ripper. You want to know all the specs? Go to the Arctic Cat website. I'm giving you my insights on this machine because practically they took all the good stuff out of the Thundercat and you just slapped it in a Riot frame. That's about it. So yeah, this is my favorite, and I can't wait. My buddies at DB Moto are going to have a demo of this. I'm going to be riding this thing along a good part of the winter, thanks to them and Arctic Cat. This is right now my favorite trail machine of any brand. I do like my Ski-Doos, but this one just resonates with me. So please, if you like what we do, please give us the thumbs up. Thumbs up helps us a lot with the algorithms, so my content will be shown to other people that like content like you're watching. At the same time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is the Motor Guys, and look us up on Facebook. We're a little bit all over the place. I'm Marc. The guy behind the camera is Jason, and we're the Motor Guys, and you're in the Motor Guys garage. And let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Dun, 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 dun.